Alright, and welcome back to another video update here for my daily blog. I actually haven't blogged in the last week or two. Had a lot of things going on, so I wasn't able to update on what I was actually doing. Actually, I'm going to make another video on something that I'm actually doing with a group of mine. So, but I want to let you know, I want to finish up on the swing trades that we were talking about on the last video. So what we're looking at right now is we're looking at Lennar. Let me make this a little bigger. So we're looking at Lennar. Remember when we left off on Lennar, I believe Lennar was in this area, and I said that, I mean, you have a decision. You can either let the stock ride or jump out, because remember I said this was the best buying area. Then I gave this area as a good to go area. And remember, when you're swing trading, you have to give the stock some time in order to work in your favor. And this is what I mean by working in your favor. So if you bought here above this buy line here, or the second buy line here, the stock fell, so you had a chance to either get out or hold before it moves higher, and you would have had that time, or you actually could have sold. If you would have sold here, you probably would have sold at a loss if you bought here, but you could have got in at a much lower price. And you see here we got close to the bottom white line. Actually, we touched the bottom white line here. We touched it at 32.89. So remember, we already had this white line in our previous videos. So this just shows you how these levels actually work, and actually, you know, do help you with your trading. Of course, you probably would have used this line, but on this day, how we fell below, and we actually opened here right below that line. Here we couldn't get above this line, but we actually touched this line. That would have been a good entry. Either one of these two would have been a good entry for your swing. And then look at how we take off this day here. This day we're above this purple line. And remember, we're talking about the 20 day as the resistance. We broke that resistance on high volume. I believe the volume is here at 11 million. So that's really good. We like to see that. That's good. We're here at this next resistance level, which we actually called as resistance. Couldn't get above here, 37.73. So this is a good trade. I mean, a really good trade. Of course, trades do not always go in your favor, but if you give them some time, it will straighten out and go in the direction that you want. So that's what we have here on Lennar. So trade this one good. You can stay in it. We have a target, I believe, of $42. Also, we had this downtrend line on RSI. We actually broke here on this day, so you see how that works out with this downtrend line that we have on the RSI for being oversold and, you know, overbought. But just shows you how these trends work. You know, if you sold, you could have waited until we broke the trend line. I mean, we got close to the trend line here on this day. Here on this day, you know, you could have got in here. So I mean, a couple of different entries and a couple of different ways you could have looked at that, and it could have been an entry. Also, the cross of the MACD also on this day, getting ready to cross on this day. So all the indicators adding up and looking really good for this stock. So I expect it to run more on this one. So I'm going to end the blog on this chart here. We may do another update on this one, but I just want to show you how swing trading works. You know, you just wait for your stock to go in the direction that you want. All right, so gold. I know on the last video on gold, we said that I said that gold is, you know, it's wishy-washy. It was going back and forth, going back and forth. When we actually left off on gold, I believe it was somewhere in this area. As you see, it's still bouncing off of this white line here, getting close to the purple line here, and then taking off from there, and now trading right in between these two levels here. As you see there, trading in between these two levels here. So gold, tradable. I mean, it's hasn't really established a trend. I mean, this is a nice trend here. Actually breaking above this white line here is actually really good. Holding above the 20-day is also a good start. So be interesting to see what gold does after next week. The market is going to remain strong. Working off oversold conditions here, of course. But I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right, so that's gold. Facebook. Let's go to Facebook. Now, I said that when we left off, Facebook was still holding a 20-day. This is a nice, I like this little dip with this. It's like a cup almost, or, you know, whatever you know, like a nice pot or whatever you want to call that there. But that looks good. It looks good. Facebook tried to dip below the 20-day here. Still held the 20-day, which is excellent. Really bullish. Stayed above, tried to break this 2470 level. Couldn't hold. Came back, bounced on the 20-day, and skyrocketed from there. Look at that. Beautiful move on Facebook. As you know, I was always bullish on Facebook and still remain bullish. The 100-day is resistance right now. So once above the 100-day, we can see another gain. Also jumping above the 200-day is good. Needs to maintain and hold as it's getting squeezed in between these two moving averages. Be interesting to see what happens to Facebook after next week. But we're going to end the video on Facebook here. You may see updates on Facebook and some of the other blogs, but that's Facebook for you. Still looking good, doing exactly what I said it would do, or hope that it would do. As we said, that if it maintained this 20-day, that we can see a bullish breakout, and we did. On PCL, catching the lower support line. Believe we were looking at the stock. I said it'll be good once it breaks this level here, and also getting above the 20-day. Got above the 20-day here, started to look bullish, and we got here. I did not enter this trade. Unfortunately, I was not watching it over the time frame. I actually just looked at it today, and you see where the stock is now. It's here. But just wanted to give you an update on the swing trade. I didn't get into this one. I could have, and of course I said the entry would be either above this line, above the 20-day, or 200-day. It's actually above the 200-day, actually above the 20-day. Looks really good. This would have been a good entry here, even though I like to wait for confirmation, but because of this trend here, because of its trending on the 20-day, getting above the 20-day on decent volume, more than 1 million shares, I could have taken that as a good entry. And then look at this bounce here and there. There you have it. You have a rising RSI, which is good, and your cross of your MACD here, and still going higher. So looks good. And I believe that's about it. On the SPY, I actually have SPY on another chart Um, I'm actually want to show you something on this daily blog. I want to show you what happened on Thursday. Not on this chart, but I'll have to show it to you on another video. I don't think I have the pictures. I think I do have the pictures. Actually, I'll take that back. I do have the pictures that I can actually send. But I want to show you how my charting actually works. I didn't chart it on this training account. I actually charted it on another account. Give me 1 second. I'll set that up. Okay, so this is my other. Okay, so this is my other account that I actually have with the group that I actually trade with. I created a shared account for us, so we can pretty much be on the same page. Not that they can chart on their own as well, but this is something that they can have reference to when they're charting their own stock, and also just use this to share ideas as well. So we have a couple of different stocks that we actually work with. You can see here we have Netflix, Priceline, Google, Facebook, of course, Gold, Apple, FDX, and BA for Boeing. Just a couple of stocks that we trade back and forth. Actually, BA, FDX is one of the newer ones that we started looking at regularly because of the volatility in those two stocks. FedEx definitely because of going up and going down. Oh, actually on FedEx, I could actually show you. Remember, I think in one of the videos we actually talked about how oh no, we didn't. I'm sorry, that wasn't in this blog. But the stock jumped higher here due to some investor actually investing into the stock, but that has nothing to do with fundamentals to me. So I predicted that the stock will fall back, and it actually did. Fell back to 102, had a high of 106. But just something to show you real quick. But I wanted to show you SPY. Let me show you what happened in the market. We had the Fed speak on Wednesday about the economy and about their long-term agenda, and also trying to shed light on the bond buying that they were actually doing to stimulate, pretty much stimulate the economy. And they actually gave a clear picture on what they're actually doing. They said they won't scale back until the economy looks, good, and they're not going to scale back like the market thought that it would. So it stopped a lot of sell-off that we was having, and now we're in a bullish trend. There's nothing really stopping us unless something happens in Europe or China or somewhere. But we had a bullish couple of days. And let me get to why I'm showing you this. Alright, these points here that I actually drew out on the stock, this is when the Feds actually spoke. Their minutes were released here. It was about 2 o'clock on Wednesday. So the market, it pretty much traded flat all day until about 2 o'clock, and then we got some jumping. We got some jumping here, and actually ended, right about here. Before the market opened on the next following day, I actually made these lines here. I made these levels here because I thought that we would be able to trade it and make a profit off of the levels that I've provided. And just to show you, I have a before and after picture, so let me show you that. Alright, so this is before the market opened. Before the market opened, notice that the date does not show the date, but it's July 10th, as of close, July 10th, 2013. The next chart would be July 11th. So of course this is a day before. This is where the market had those wild swings. You know, there's the $2. I'm sorry. There's the 2 o'clock where the market. You can see the volume jumped up, and where we ended. This is my charting, and then look at how well this charting works. July 11th. Boom. Opened up right here. 167.14. I think it was actually 167.15 was the actual number. Look at how well that charting worked. Look at how well this worked. This, because we didn't open up, in my eyes, we didn't open up. I thought that it would be a $2 day, a $2 gain day. We opened up at about $1.70 or something like that, $1.50 or $1.80, something like that. But it wasn't a $2 day. And when I saw that we opened up at this line, my ideal was to short the fall down at least to the next level. But unfortunately, I did not get in at that level. I actually got in probably at about this level. I got in here, and where did I get in here? I think I got in right in this area here, and it got underneath the 20-day, underneath the 50-day. This was my exit, but unfortunately I'm trading via phone. I did not have this written down, so I missed my exit. This was my exit. And the market, of course, after bouncing on this red line, this level here, going back higher, I held until here, the dip below the 200-day, and I felt that we was not going to go any lower, so I sold. I'm glad I did sell here, and the market went higher. So unfortunately, because I sold here and I bought in here, I actually lost money. So on me, I should have traded here, and I didn't. I already had the plan set in place, and I did not go with that plan. So lesson learned. I should have taken better notes. I mean, I've had this drawn out, as you see in the other chart. This was the plan. That was the plan, but I missed my exit, and I mean it happens. I missed my exit. Actually, this would have been a good time to go long here, and look at how it broke above the brown line. And coincidentally, the next following day, which was Friday, I can show you that. Remember, we ended here, and on Friday, look at where we traded again. Could have been a good short from here, but this again was a bullish day. We did not go lower than this brown level here. We touched it constantly here. I mean, almost a touch there, but I mean, you can count that as a touch. It's close enough. Definitely a touch here. Getting above, trying to get above the moving averages. Dip here, and then a strong move here to get above the moving averages. A fake breakout, but look at this. 200-day, reached it, touched it, came back down, straight down. Another test, and then we never looked back to the brown line. We tried to hold the 200-day here, got to the open. This is the open. Couldn't hold the open, came back below the 200-day, playing with the 200 day, the open, the 200 day, and then from 3 o'clock on up was very bullish. I was actually in the trade. I got in. I got in here. I got in probably around this area. I got in too early. Again, I don't really have the chart in front of me, so I'm trading via phone. And I got in too early. I got in here and I actually exited my trade around here. I exited my trade here. I exited my trade, so I did get some profits. Not as much as I wanted, but I got some profits, maybe about 15%. I think about 15%. I didn't do the percentage, but I think it's about 15. It wasn't that much, but about 15%. I mean, of course, better than losing 15% or better than losing 5%. So it was pretty good gains. But I could have had more. I pretty much could have had 100% or more profits if I would have held on Friday for the bullish strong finish. But just wanted to show you how my levels work, and I wanted to show you those other swings. I have other things in the process. I will continue to do these daily blogs, but the daily blogs are actually going to be geared towards another goal. The next goal is what we're doing as a group. We're doing 10 successful trades, 10 successful doubling trades for 10 consecutive doubling trades to 100 grand. And it starts off with $100 trade. So I'll show you how that works in this chart here. That's actually the wrong thing that I want. So just an overview on what I'm going to actually be doing. And I'm going to blog this as well so you can see the process. So your first trade is $100. You double that, it's $200. Your 200 doubles to 4. On day 3, your 4 doubles to 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On your 10th day, you should be at 102,400. So that's on day 10. This doesn't have to be consecutive. I mean, it'd be great if you could do it every day. Is it possible? Yes. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. It is possible. You can do it every day. There are potential doubles every day in the market. Another twist is one of the people in the group. She's doing this. She's only doing it with one stock, and that's SPY. I'm going to put another twist to it, and it's not just one stock. It's any stock that you want, as long as you get a double. And also, my other twist is not to just start with $100. You could start with whatever amount you want to start with, as long as it's a minimum. This will be the minimum amount, as long as it's a minimum of $100. So a minimum of $200, minimum of $400, and a minimum of $800. So no matter what you're doing, I mean, you can start off with $3,200. You make your double, of course, you're making $6,000, but you're gonna start off with day 2, a minimum of $200. As long as you do your minimum, you can do as much as you want. As long as you do your minimum, then this plan will actually work out for you. Of course, if you're doing more, then of course you're gonna make more than 100 grand after your 10th consecutive trade. But again, it doesn't have to be just $100. It's a minimum of $100. So we're gonna start that as of Monday. We're gonna start that doubling on as of Monday, and I'll blog it and I'll let you know what stocks I'm actually trading. Of course, this would be idea. I mean, who wouldn't want $104 million after 20 consecutive doubles? Now, I have swing trading that can amount to this much. My swing trading is actually really good. My swing trading can give you more than doubles. As you saw, oh no, you didn't see that one, but I had a swing trade for AGN, which was actually really good. That actually gave about 400 or 300% back. And there was a couple of times where you actually could have sold and then bought in at a lower level, sold, bought in at a lower level. So it was a lot of, and pretty much everything was doubles in those trades. So I mean, it's there. You can get it in with the swing trading. So we'll cover the swing trading, doubling, and day trading doubling in the next video series, and it'll be the blog, of course. So I want to thank you for continuing to support my videos. Hope you're learning a lot, and I do look forward to the next training series where we're actually going through the daily blog on trying to reach the goal of $100,000 in 10 consecutive double trades. If we don't get it consecutively, say we get 50%, that's fine. You know, we'll work around it and how we're gonna double it. So that'll be it for this video. So I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.